I'll ask the injury update question. First of all, are Puljujarvi and Russell close to playing?
Yes. Yeah, they're both close to playing.
Are they going to play tomorrow?
Good chance that both guys are in the lineup. Yeah, we had another good day and see how they wake up in the morning, but good chance, yeah.
With the way it looked today, with the potential shuffling of Puljujarvi with Hyman and Draisaitl and McLeod going back down, even though McLeod's played quite well.
Yeah.
I mean, but talk about Pop and Jesse back into that spot.
Say that again. Rephrase that question.
The thinking behind Pop and Jesse back into the top six as opposed to letting McLeod play there a little longer.
Yeah, I think Jesse's a top six player, and we want to get him up and running. I think that's the makings of a good line, a big, hard, heavy, cycle-driven line. And Ryan McLeod's still going to get his minutes. He plays on both special teams, and he's a real versatile player that can be moved around the lineup. I feel good putting him in any type of situation. So he'll get his minutes, and I think anytime you're returning some healthy bodies to the lineup, it's a good problem for coaches to have.
You had a goal going against Chicago where Mikko played the puck behind the net and it went to a Chicago player. Last night there was a bit of a malfunction with Mikko and Duncan Keith. I know it's obviously extremely normal for all goalies to go out and touch the puck, but are these communication issues? Does Mikko need to have a different set of rules than Mike? What's going on?
It's a situation if we had a chance to do it over, I think we'd like to have that one back, but hockey's a game of mistakes, and that was a mistake that was made. It's not on one person, it's on all of us. And can we be better in that situation? Yeah. And I think the way you get better is by recognizing the different options that might have been used in that situation. You make sure that everybody gets on the same page, and then you drill it in practice, and that's what we did today.
Mike Smith looks like he's going to play. What do you want to see from Mike? Do you want him to just take the challenge and say, Mikko's been playing all the games, I'm going to start playing so well they can't keep me out of the net too? Or what do you want to see from Mike?
Well, the best thing for Mike is that he's returned to health, right? He's gotten his health back after he had a pretty nasty bug there for a while. And so he's gotten back up and running. And with the way Mikko has played, that has allowed Mike to work at his game as he's returning to health. And he's a consummate professional, and he's had some good practice time.
You need two goalies, not to be captain obvious, but you need two goalies playing. If they're both veterans, when the Oilers were successful, I know you were down in Bakersfield, but
yeah,
they would just split it, 40 games, and that worked perfectly well. Is that what you need from Mike now to take the ball a bit so you
I would
rotate?
say that we need 23 players, and part of that is making sure you're getting contributions up and down the lineup from everybody. There's room for contributions and room for quality play from everybody, and our goaltending situation is no different. We are going to need everybody as we head down the stretch here, and we're confident in them.
Did Chris Russell just get some magic elixir or what? How does the guy go from long-term injury? It looks like he might not play for weeks, and suddenly he's going to maybe play tomorrow.
Well, he's put a lot of work in over, since he's been out of the lineup here, and the nature of what ailed him. He's put a lot of time into getting healthy, and so he's put the necessary work in off the ice. He's put the necessary work in on the ice. We're excited to have him in.
Tyler Benson's on waivers. He's one of your favorites, I presume. You coached him in Bakersfield. I mean, is it circumstance? I mean, Jesse's coming back into the lineup. Is it circumstance, or has Tyler not played as well as perhaps you would like?
Yeah, I think it's first of all, I do have a lot of respect and time for Tyler Benson. He's someone that I've seen grow not only over the last 4 years as he's been a professional, but since he was drafted and been around the team and through development camps and everything like that. I think with some of the additions that we've had over the last little while and some of the people coming back from injury, it's a situation where he was put on waivers today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And in the end, I think it's best for Tyler's personal game to make sure that he's playing games. He's not sitting out for long stretches. And as I said, with some of the additions we've had and some of the people coming back healthy, we just thought that was the best move.
Hey, Jay, just wanted to go back to Jesse for a second. What would you like to see from his game, tomorrow, if he does play tomorrow, to make sure that his addition to the lineup is as seamless as possible?
Yeah, we want him to play towards his strengths. I think he played 4 games or so when Dave Manson and I came up from Bakersfield, and he was a real factor. I thought his size allows him to do something, get to certain areas on the ice surface. He finished on the power play. I remember the first game he scored a goal off a face-off in the power play. He went hard to the net against Anaheim and scored a goal. He was later hurt in that game. Just want him to be himself, play towards his strengths. There's no undue pressure on him or a certain formula that he needs to follow. We want him to bring what he brings to the table and work his way back into feeling at full strength.
I know you've talked a lot about keeping the picture small, but do you yourself or does the team kind of look at, Vegas is struggling right now. You guys are on a 5-game homestand. You got a chance to possibly, create some space between yourselves and the other teams who are going for a playoff spot. Do you look at that? Do you feel like, hey, guys, this is an opportunity for us to create some separation here at all?
Well, I think we have an awareness of what's going on around the National Hockey League and specifically within our conference and in our division. When we say that we want to take care of today or that we want to keep our picture small, what we're saying about that is we want to take care of our own business. We want to make sure that we're taking care of our own business. We're taking care of what's immediately in front of us. And I think you mentioned that we've been at home here. Playing well at home has been an emphasis of ours. And, we've had some things go right here over the last little while. We want to make hay when the sun's shining. And we're at home. We're starting to return to full health. And we want to make sure that we're getting our game to a spot where it needs to be, that we're competitive on a night-in, night-out basis.
Thank you.
Jay, it's been a frustrating season for Mike Smith in terms of health, and then he alluded to getting some bad bounces when he's in net. When a player goes through adversity like that throughout the course of the season, especially now, 60 games in, what can that do for him in the present time?
Well, I would say that Mike's been a pro for a long time, so he has a personal foundation that he can get back to during times of adversity or during times of struggle. He's also been around the NHL long enough to know what he needs to be successful. I think him just getting back to full health after that nasty flu bug, he's just naturally feeling better. His personal wellness is better, and he's had time to work at his game. I think he has an understanding of who he is and what he brings to the table. He's comfortable in his own skin. He has an understanding of what he needs in order to be successful, and he's worked at it. And at the end of the day, that's where I think confidence comes. Confidence comes from earning the right to feel good through the work that you put in practice, and he's put in a lot of good work here over the last little while.